The snatch is the queen of all kettlebell movements. It combines all the skills you've learned about swinging, cleaning the bell, and getting it overhead with a push press. But it actually uses glutes and the arms in one smooth movement to do that. So in order to get good at the snatch, you had to have worked through all of those skills already. But you're here, so I know you've done them all. Now we're going to go through all the steps that you can take to ultimately get to that snatch. I'm just going to give you a high-level overview of the way we can work through it, and know there'll be more detailed tutorial videos along the way. So the very first thing I like to teach is the clean to push press to down snatch. When we clean and push press the bell, we're using our ballistic strength, our knee drive, to help get the weight overhead. So we push press it up. Now you can actually go even one step back and practice the falling of the push press as the way of absorbing the load, similar to the way you will in the down snatch. So you can always practice just straight push pressing. But then we go on to push pressing to learn how the bell's going to come down. I find it more effective to learn down before we learn up. So from here, you're going to punch the knuckles forward, pull the shoulder down, and then imagine that you're in front of a wall and you want that bell to come straight down. So it's going from here and we're letting it fall back towards the heels where it started. So again, dead clean, push press, down snatch. And you can see practicing that starts to get an idea of how close the bell wants to stay on its way down. Next, we want to work on actually getting it up. So you're going to use a dead snatch for that. That's where we line the bell up with our heels. Practice pulling from the floor with incredible starting strength to get the bell overhead. Now that is going to feel a little clunky, especially if it's a skill you don't regularly work on or haven't done before. It might get a little wrist slappy, so pick a relatively light weight. But you're going to get to understand the path that that bell wants to take on the way up. When you're doing continuous snatching, you hike the bell behind the legs, and then it stays really close, but sometimes that hike causes it to have a big arc. So this dead snatch helps us learn how to keep the bell really close. So you see there, it didn't migrate out, it stayed really close to me. Next, we actually get into the skills of how to get the bell up overhead with snatching and the swinging motion that we've become so used to doing for everything. So the first thing you're going to learn how to do is a powerful swing. This is where, one arm at a time, we practice projecting the bell higher and higher to get to the weightless moment at the top that you want to find for the snatch. So you see here, my legs lock out and my arm keeps traveling. So first we do our powerful swing. But as you know, I keep saying we want to keep the bell close with the snatch. So we need to learn how to bend the elbow here. We've had such straight arms for all of our swinging, but now imagine more of a cleaning motion where we want to keep the elbow close to us. We don't want it out here like a high pull. We want it much closer to the body. So we'll move on to our T-Rex swing. You hinge down, and what you're going to do is when you come up, you're going to bend your elbow and your wrist like a little T-Rex arm, trying to get your elbow as high as your shoulder. And then you'll go again, lifting from the shoulder to get the elbow higher, and you'll go again. And by that point, I hope you're starting to find, again, that weightless moment you found out here. But now it's much closer to you, so you're getting prepared to punch through. So remember that incredible glute drive you had with your powerful swing as you go on to this one. Elbow as high as the shoulder, higher, higher, and then I can smoothly go into that snatch. As I'm sure you can tell, it looked much better than the dead snatch because I had the muscle memory of where my hand wanted to be when it punched through from those T-Rex snatches or T-Rex swings. So now we start to practice actually punching through by stringing together a powerful swing, a T-Rex swing, and a snatch. And it looks like this. You do a few powerful swings. Then you start on your T-Rex swings. Higher, higher, punch through. And then you let it unwind and you'll go again. So you're starting to get a sense of what it's like to actually get that muscle memory and punch through nicely. Then finally you'll move on to continuous snatches. So you can always use these little movements we learned to prepare for snatching, whether it was a dead snatch or a T-Rex swing or a powerful swing. You're gonna kind of have these menu items to prepare for snatching, and you're gonna figure out the ones that work best for you. But you'll do something like this. Few powerful swings. Few T-Rex swings. Okay, I know where I wanna go. Down snatch. Rep after rep for really powerful snatching. Now, the other thing you want to be aware of is what your arm's doing. It can do a few things. It can stay close. You can snatch up and land with your arm here, but you can also work on a double punch. And I'm going to show you both. So not having the double punch looks like this. I wanted to do it, but you keep your arm close. It starts in front of you, you punch, you pull it up. That's okay. It's easier in the beginning. But much like the push press, where we want one arm up, one arm down, we can aim to end the snatch here. So that looks like this. And it really gives you that full extension. You want to feel like you're being pressed between your knuckles and the floor. All right, so I hope that this was helpful, and stay tuned for all of those detailed breakdowns.